Welcome back to Red Brook Farm in Scarborough, Maine, www.redbrookhoney.com. And what you see are 6 colonies, and just barely down there on the left are a couple of nukes in a double 5-frame single down there. But the subject of this video is I had another nuke, a Nucleus hive, 5 frames, trying to rebuild a queen, getting robbed out by the neighbors because I was feeding that one with sugar syrup and 1-to-1. And so I think, okay, I'll close it up, I'll move it away, and we'll be fine. Well, what we are here, 50 yards away, we have this Nucleus hive, and under the pail is a 1-quart jar, and what you see are these foraging bees from these other colonies hard at work trying to get at that sugar feed. Inside this colony, you'll find there's a jar on top with a quart of 1-to-1 sugar water. And you can see the bees, they can get a whiff of it. They're getting a smell of it around the edge of the jar. If you remember, I had on here a Nucleus hive, just disguised it before, didn't work any better. But what you see here are a cluster of bees, very ferocious. They're not interested in me at all, but they are just got a smell, they've got a whiff of that sugar water inside. And down below, I've had to close off the entrance. The grass is stuck in the entrance that is closed off, and so they can't get in because otherwise they will just totally overrun the hive inside. This hive is trying to requeen. It's about halfway through the process. It's about on day 7 or 8 of raising a new queen out of 16. And so I looked at this colony earlier. When I took it back, it was up here today. It was closed up. I took it back down there, opened it up, let the foraging bees out down there, so they only oriented to that spot down there. Brought it back here. It was calm for a while, but what these girls have done, and you gotta love them, they're just trying to help. They're just trying to help their colony. But Mother Nature, being the interesting creature that she is, these are adult foraging worker bees from other colonies, and if you look at their actions, they're really very intent on trying to get inside. And what you have here is a closed-in entrance to the, it's a screen over it, and they can get a good smell. They can smell what's going on, and they're probably getting a taste from their sisters that are in there. These are all from different colonies. And what's happened is, right now, there's obviously, I think it's July 14th, there's a little bit of a dearth of nectar sources right now. We're kind of in between a little bit here. And so when there's a dearth of nectar source, what you find are the bees getting together and deciding that we're going to go find whatever we can, and they can just smell it. The bottom of this Nucleus hive has an open screen bottom board. So the aroma of the sugar water that's in here, this aroma in here, I would take the cover off and show you. There's a 1-quart jar, an old spaghetti sauce jar there. But if I take it off, I'm going to end up trapping them inside. And what you can see is here, they're tasting each other. They're checking each other out a little bit, just getting a taste. And they're orienting themselves to this area, and they're tasting it. That's how they tell where they're coming from and where they're going. They get a taste of it on their antenna, and they come back, and they've just recruited all of their sisters. And you can see I'm here with no bee protection at all. They are not interested in me one iota. They're flying all around. Any crevice that there might be a whiff of that sugar water coming out of, they're sensing it. They're smelling it. You can probably hear the buzz. And that's an excited buzz. It's not an angry buzz. I'll just be quiet for a minute, you can listen to it. And they're up top here because they're getting a good whiff of it up there because it's so close. What there is there's a screen hole in the top there. There's a few less bees around here. I'll give you a peek at what I have underneath here, which is a 1-quart. As you can see, it's a 1-quart jar. It's screened on top, and then what I have under here is you can see there's a screening and the bees are feeding from the underside right here. And what I'll do is I'll slowly, I don't want to hurt any of them, get them out of the way. They're getting a good sense of it. And cover it back up again. So as, there we go. Don't want to lose any of them. The bricks on top just in case the breeze comes up. But that's what we're looking at here. Very interesting. This poor little nuke hive, they call this a nuke. It's a nucleus hive. Nucleus. It's 5 frames of bees. There's 5 frames in here, and they're requeening on one of the ones. They got a supersedure cell going. They're requeening. They're turning any egg into a queen. And I'm trying to just protect them, but what I'm going to have to do here is move this colony away over first thing in the morning before they find it again tomorrow. I'll take this colony, I'm going to go hide it somewhere. I guess that's about the only thing I can do, because these foraging bees are just as hungry as they can be. What I'll do when I do is I'll open it up, let the robbing bees from the other colonies come out. You know, very frustrating for this nuke colony, but this is just Mother Nature working at her best. And what we're seeing here now is that it's calmed down just a little bit here, only because I've closed it up. This was about an hour ago. There was nobody out here, and right now they're starting to calm down again. But you can see what we're dealing with here. They can't get in there, but they're just getting a taste of it. They can smell it. They say, "Let me in." Another installment here from Red Brook Farm, the tribulations of trying to raise a nuke colony when you have other strong colonies in the neighborhood. And these other strong colonies, what they're doing is they're out looking for food. They're just trying to take care of themselves, but it's rather difficult when Mother Nature isn't providing a good strong nectar source right now. It's interesting because you can see there are things in bloom. There is color here. But if you look across the field, we've had 16 inches of rain in the last 7 weeks. Plenty of rain, that's not the problem, but we're just in between seasons here. We do have some purple vetch going on here, purple vetch, and we do have clover. I was just looking for some. I can see clover, you probably can't see it on the camera, so hopefully we'll be doing fine. And this is here in southern Maine. This is typically a period of time where the nectar sources we're kind of in between the early and the late. Red Brook Farm, Scarborough, Maine. Thanks for checking in.